What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm the Mitten, and today I have a video talking about the faction rallies. And as you can see in the background, or in the gameplay, I guess, that I have chosen New Monarchy, and I know that they're like, if they were to win, their weapon is a sidearm, which is kind of pathetic, but I feel that maybe in a future faction rally, they'll be more popular because they might have a better weapon. And actually want to go over some of the weapons that they actually do have that you can get just from, collecting, your coins or whatever. So they have, an auto rifle that's actually pretty fucking good. It has, really, honestly, it's just that it's really fast. Like, it has a quick draw. That's like one of its good traits, and then it has an adaptive frame. So it's just really accurate. It's not the best auto rifle in the world, obviously, but it's pretty good. And then they have the Song of Justice, which is a really good competitor to the Mida tool, at least in my mind. And I know that there are going to be people out there that are not going to agree with me, which is completely fine. But I've had actually gone up against a player with the Mida tool, and we both kind of died at the same time. So it is a decent competitor if you can get that, one split second of a, advantage over a player. I think Song of Justice is a good competitor for that particular, weapon, which is a Mida tool. It's a good competitor. It has, armor piercing rounds, which is not high caliber rounds, but it's a pretty damn decent thing to bring down the shield. So it brings down the shield pretty quick, but you still have to aim upper chest and head to actually get like fast kills with this weapon. It does have a high impact and high range, and has 12 rounds in the magazine. I really like the scout rifle. It is pretty fucking sweet. And then they have a submachine gun that I actually thought was pretty interesting because this one actually has high caliber rounds. It's just, like, it's not of course it's not a perfect SMG. It's got 900 rounds per minute, which is a little bit overwhelming. I'd rather have that to be about 700. I think that weapon would be more viable if it had like less rounds per minute, but overall it's still a pretty sweet SMG. And then, of course, they have a shotgun, which has a full auto mode, which I would never really use. But it also has high caliber rounds. So a lot of people that are like, oh, Dead Orbit, and, their winning weapon is a scout rifle with high caliber rounds. That's the reason why I have, about 80,000 glitter. So I'm going to get that. But I like New Monarchy for the fact that it has good shaders. You'll see some pretty decent gameplay in the background. For some reason, I have a tendency of wanting to go to punch people when I use my hunter class, and that's what I really only use. Really, I always had some kind of thing for the hunter class. I don't know why. But now back to the shotgun. It has high caliber rounds. So I'm like, that's pretty fucking sweet. That's actually really nice to have in a shotgun. And overall, you also probably in the beginning of the video, you did see like the actual, the whole entire, if you were to get all, the armor for, your character to have like a full piece or a suit piece or whatever, he looks actually pretty sweet. I actually like it. So that's the thing that New Monarchy is known for. It's shaders. The next, faction rally, I'm probably going to go with Future War Call because, in Destiny 1, I kind of started with, New Monarchy and then moved on to Future War Call and then went to Dead Orbit because Dead Orbit, as cool as Dead Orbit is, I feel like the whole lure of Dead Orbit, now that I learned it, I'm like, they're kind of seem like kind of maybe negative or a little bit too afraid, or something. I don't know. It just, Dead Orbit's just not my thing. I do want to play through all the faction rallies are going to happen. The next faction rally, I'm going to it really depends on what weapon they have and what other weapons they have. I might switch, but for the most part, Future War Call is, my next calling for the next faction rally. But I like New Monarchy's shaders. So that's like the thing that I really wanted to bring up to people's attention is me. I don't really give a shit about the weapons. Like, I recently just, what was it, from the Lord Shaxx, I actually got a really interesting scout rifle. Also, it seems like it could be a really viable competitor to the Mida tool, because I know that people are kind of, some people are like complaining, but they don't want Bungie to nerf anything or buff anything. So it has high caliber rounds, and it's called a tone portal or whatever. It's pretty fucking sweet. It has decent impact. It has 15 round magazine, so it looks different. It's just overall, I think it's has 180 rounds per minute. I'm going to look at the other one and try to actually I can compare it like this. I think, yeah. What is it? LT. Oh, you can't. Okay. Well, now let's see how much. Yeah, Song of Justice has 150. So yeah, so that second scout rifle that I have, Tone Portal, is actually probably the even better as a competitor to, for the Mida tool, which a lot of people are complaining about me. Like, I've only had maybe 2 instances where I was like, that fucking weapon pisses me off. But I mean, other times I've taken players out that use that weapon. It really depends on your positioning, depends on how your knowledge of the map and how you can flank that player, and you take all your first-person shooter gaming experiences and you put it into play, and you can completely get the drop on a player, and it doesn't matter if they fucking have the Mida tool, unless you're trying to run at them with a sword, which is a failure, which I've done. If you either have a scout rifle or or SMG or auto rifle or whatever else you have, if you come up behind them or to the side of them before they're able to react and do enough damage to you to take you out, you win that gunfight. So I'm like, it doesn't really affect me that much on a negative scale. So I just wanted to bring that up. Overall, yeah. And the main topic of this video is the faction rally, and I knew that this video was going to eventually happen, but I don't know. I just I feel like the faction rally, like some people either take it too serious. I mean, it's a fucking game, and then people are like, oh, Dead Orbit has the best reward weapon. I mean, like, right now, actually, I have what? Actually, I lied. I have 64,000 Glimmer, so I can easily buy that fucking weapon. Because I'm guessing Dead Orbit's gonna win. And I'm like, so either way, regardless, I'm gonna get that weapon. So I'm like, I don't really care. I'd rather go for shaders. And clearly, and honestly speaking, New Monarchy has the best shaders. At least in my mind, it has like this cool shiny red and gold, and I don't know, it just makes it look really like not royalty, but like just makes you seem like like a badass or something. I don't know. I like the color, the contrast of the color and all that kind of shit. But anywho, I'm the Mint. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell. But like I always encourage people, leave me a comment. Peace.
I could not ask for a better victory. The weight of the world was on your shoulders, and still you triumphed. Marvelous.